All right, Ben, eclectic day out there, but in good spot. One back in tomorrow. How do you feel about the day, and how do you assess?
Yeah, I was really into shapes today. A lot of circles and a lot of squares. Not a ton of, well, actually, I guess kind of a few pars here and there. But yeah, it was an interesting round. You know, I felt like I was starting to separate myself, you know, midway through, and then kind of got to some tough holes and didn't execute very well. And you can do that out here. And so tomorrow I've got to kind of clean up some of those holes, make sure I stay aggressive. You know, it's hard because this golf course, there's not a lot of bailouts, especially off the tee and a lot of times to these greens, because you can leave yourself in some really difficult spots. And I unfortunately got myself in some difficult spots there for a few holes. So I've just got to stay aggressive, continue to execute. My game feels really good. Obviously, Scottie Scheffler is the best player in the world, but number one can be beat.
And then along those lines, getting to play in the final group with Scottie, what's it like just knowing that the best player in the world is the guy you're going kind of toe-to-toe with tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would like to say. That's what all of us out here on tour, you know, wish for. They want to compete against the best players. I definitely do. I want to stack up my game against his. I feel like right now, you know, I beat him last week. Obviously, he was coming off a major win, but yeah, I feel like he obviously can be beaten, and I've just got to keep the pedal down and make a lot of birdies because I know he's going to as well. But I've just got to do some similar things to what I did on Thursday when I had an awesome round. Obviously, I made some of those putts that you don't normally make, and so if you look at the last couple of days, I still hit it really well, but I haven't quite made as many of those longer putts that I did the first day. So hopefully I can sneak a few of those in tomorrow.
Are you still taking creatine? I know you said.
Yeah, every day.
How has that benefited your?
Yeah, I mean, look, supplements can only do so much. You still got to work really hard. So I'm doing it more from standpoint of muscle recovery, gaining muscle mass. I mean, you still have to work out if you're going to gain strength. It's not like the supplement's just going to fix everything. But I would say on tour, probably 60 or 70% of guys are taking that substance. I say substance, supplement. Yeah, I guess everything is a substance in general. But no, I mean, I'm doing that. I'm taking a bunch of different things. You know, I passed my last drug test. I mean, I'm not doing anything illegal here from 2 weeks ago. So I'm just trying to do the right things to take care of my body. I'm working out harder than I ever have, so I got to make sure I'm taking consuming a lot of protein. And yeah, feel like I'm doing the right things. Just got to keep plugging along, and I'll keep taking creatine.
Did someone on your team suggest it, or?
Yeah. So. Basically, I mentioned this yesterday, but I was always working with Randy Myers, and he's been amazing to me and helped me get back to golf and everything. And this year on the road, I was starting to battle some quad tendonitis, and I realized that I needed someone from a physical therapy standpoint there almost every week. And so I hired Derek Smith, who also works alongside Ricky Fowler, and he was kind of helping me with the PT treatments early on, and then what I realized through him is I needed to gain more strength kind of to fix some of my tendonitis that I had. And over the course of time, I've started to gain a little bit more distance. I've learned from him about what other athletes are kind of doing. Started to kind of realize that I should probably try to do this as well. And I think it's just kind of been one of those things. I've just kind of stuck with it, and I've continued to gain a little bit more power and hit it a little bit further. And now it's been kind of a fun journey doing that. Aside from playing professional golf, it feels like it's almost like a separate thing that I'm working on when I'm in the gym and training and taking care of my body. So a lot of people on my team to all thank. But yeah, Derek's been huge in me taking some of these different things that are going to help me.
You said you haven't made a lot of long putts, but you've been making a lot of the ones that make a difference is 3 to 6 footers. Talk about the confidence in your putting right now.
Yeah, the confidence is high. You know, I'm definitely making a lot of those kind of mid-range, maybe par putts, the ones inside, 6, 7, 8 feet. I mean, obviously I missed the one on 18, a little hiccup, but no big deal. I mean, I'll put that in the blinders and keep going forward. But yeah, it's just I don't think I've made that many necessarily 20 footers that I did the first round. I literally almost made everything, and I think you kind of have to do that on tour when you're winning. You have to make some of those that you don't necessarily expect or the stats say you shouldn't make. Obviously, as professional golfers at the highest level, we're trying to make almost every shot. Like Nick Taylor on 14. I mean, after he made it, I was trying to make it too, even though we're 103 yards out. So yeah, just gotta hopefully the hole looks really big tomorrow, and hopefully a lot of putts drop.
U.S. Open, you seem like you're just having fun and really enjoying the game of golf, and you're looking people in the eye, and you're just playing golf.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a stage that's too big. There's not a stage that's too big for me anymore. I think if you go back maybe a year or two, there would definitely be maybe a tick of intimidation just because I was unfamiliar with the territory. Now that I've experienced it and I've competed against the best players in the world and had success, I mean, there's nothing from a mental standpoint that's going to block me from trying to win tomorrow. It's a tournament. There's a trophy every single week. Obviously, this maybe is a little bit bigger stage, being Jack's event. A lot of history on this golf course. It's a signature event. A lot of points to play for. Again, for me, I'm out there on the golf course. I'm just trying to win a golf tournament. So I'm excited to battle against Scottie, and I don't think there's a moment too big.
Last question. A lot of golfers don't wear sunglasses. You do. Talk a little bit about that. Why don't golfers typically wear sunglasses, and why do you do?
Yeah, it's interesting. After learning a little bit more about my experience, I'm a little surprised more golfers don't. But yeah, I mean, I see floaters. I have really bad vision, so about a year ago is when I started seeing floaters. Went to an eye doctor, realized my retina was starting to kind of try to detach itself. I had retinal holes, and so I had to go get basically laser surgery to fill in those holes. I had 8 retinal holes in both eyes, so I was at risk of losing vision maybe within 5 or 6 months had I not gotten the treatment. So I still see the floaters. It was just I had to get the surgery just to maintain my level, and because of that, when I wear sunglasses, it's a little bit darker out, so I don't necessarily see the floaters as well. So if it's really bright out and I'm not wearing sunglasses, I look into the clouds or whatever, and I see black stuff everywhere. So
You're reading the greens?
I think it does. The specific sunglasses I wear, they're called U-Swing Mojing. It's a brand based in Asia, but there's a few different professional golfers that wear them across all different tours, and they have this. They say the science behind them kind of helps with green reading, and I think it's 100% true. I love the ability to see the contrast a little bit better, and then when it's really bright, it's kind of hard to see maybe green changes from time to time. So seeing contours is definitely a little bit easier, I think, with the sunglasses. And now, I mean, I guess I'm getting to the point where I have more and more fans and people like it. So I'm not gonna stop wearing them. That's for sure.
One round with Scottie previously on the PGA Tour. Do you recall when and where that was?
Yeah, the Players Championship. He was still playing video game golf back then. That was my rookie year. Final group on Saturday. But yeah, I played a bunch with him in junior golf and college. I'm familiar with his golf game. It's obviously very good. But yeah, I'm excited to tee it up again with him. It's going to be a ton of fun. Final group, it's what we dream of as kids. So excited to get out there and battle.
It was very complimentary of you, descriptive about your swing in junior golf and saying you've come a long way kind of in your ball striking. What's it mean to have him kind of rave about you and so complimentary of? Yeah,
I mean, it's awesome. Anytime you can get a compliment from the best player in the world, it means you're doing something decent at least. So yeah, I mean, I've known Scottie forever. I mean, his game's always been very good. I mean, he had a stretch in college where he wasn't even sure if he was going to play professionally, just battling his injury. And so it's been awesome to see his progression as players. I think if you look at our kind of age group class, you have Colin Morikawa, you have Cameron Champ. There was a lot of players that kind of came out and had a lot of success. And, I unfortunately didn't. But I wasn't the physical golfer that I am today. I've put in a lot of hard work to kind of improve my ball striking, which was never a good part of my game throughout the history of my golf. I was always a good chipper and putter. So now that ball striking is kind of coming around, I feel like the sky's kind of the limit. Thank you. Thank you guys.